So it seems that the next GTA Online DLC may be arriving a little bit earlier than usual. So as you guys know, GTA Online DLCs for the summer usually release around like the end of July, but it seems like this DLC may be arriving in only about 2 weeks on June 13th. So there's a lot of reasons why this may possibly happen. So first off, they messed up the date when it came to GTA Plus. As you guys know, GTA Plus usually ends on a Wednesday, with the next one starting on Thursday with a new event week, and the only time that Rockstar changes the days is when a new update is going to arrive. So for example, usually Rockstar makes it so that on Monday, that's the last day for GTA Plus, and then a DLC releases on Tuesday, since most of our DLCs release on those days. That's how Rockstar usually does it. But it seems like they actually made a typo at first for GTA Plus, where they made it say it's going to end on June 12th, with the next DLC possibly releasing on June 13th. That would have added up and made sense. But they actually decided to change it to June 7th, which is the correct date, with the next event week starting on June 8th. So I'm not really sure if Rockstar, made that intentional, or they decided to push the DLC back or something like that. But that's something that a lot of people in the community did realize. But who knows, it could have just been a mistake. Or Rockstar could have intentionally made that, but just end up, maybe not putting it too early for people to realize when the DLC is going to be arriving. Another thing is actually what they're doing on the Steam database, and this information is coming from test runs too. So usually when Rockstar is about to release updates or DLC, we can see on the Steam database on kind of what branch they're working on, which is basically like a little database that doesn't tell us what's in the DLC, but it can tell us like how things are going a little bit and what they're like, performing and stuff like that. So usually they're working on a QA beta branch, but instead now they're working on the QA live branch, which is usually only worked on when Rockstar is about to release the DLC. And according to test runs too, this is the pattern that they had last year with the DLCs. So this also can point toward another reason why the DLC may be releasing on June 13th. And a lot of people might be saying, well, if the DLC is going to be releasing on June 13th, why haven't Rockstar said anything yet? Honestly, with these past DLCs, Rockstar has been pretty silent and hasn't really mentioned anything about DLCs until it's about to release. I could see a possible newswire or some type of post coming out before the DLC, like maybe like 2 weeks from before the DLC, or like maybe even the week before. But usually Rockstar doesn't say much on those newswires. When you really get the most amount of information is a few days before. It seems like Rockstar kind of has a pattern when it comes to most DLCs now, where they just don't say much and they just wait till like about 5 days before. So usually, let's say like the DLC releases on a Tuesday, Rockstar is not going to really put a newswire or say anything about it until like maybe the week before on Wednesday, when they actually release something, maybe possibly a trailer or at least a newswire, and at least break it down. And they don't really even put that much as well into that. It's really, you just gotta wait till the DLC releases to see much. They kind of changed their ways, with the past DLCs. More in the past, they shared a lot more information, but now it's a bit more secretive, I guess, and they kind of just wait till the last minute to announce a lot of things. But honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This isn't the first time we had a DLC that was kind of early. If you guys remember, Gun Running back in 2017, I think that also released on June 13th. I know it was in early June for sure. That probably was one of the best DLCs that came out. I did enjoy that. But yeah, that was the first time Rockstar ever dropped a DLC in June, and after that they released another DLC in August, the end of August, which was Smuggler's Run. And that was a crazy summer to have 2 big GTA Online DLCs. Now I don't really expect Rockstar to do the same thing here. I expect them to probably just release the DLC in June, early June, and after that just not release the next DLC until December as per usual. And there's a lot of reasons why Rockstar may be doing this. They could just be changing things up, or they could just feel like they want to do this in June. But I think the biggest thing is probably most likely for GTA 6, since this does seem to be the year that Rockstar most likely is going to be announcing it, so they're having a bit of a gap here to just focus on the announcement of GTA 6 and not really focus that much on GTA Online. Now, one problem that we do have with this, releasing on June 13th is that means that Rockstar's Drift Fed is going to be a lot more longer. If you guys remember what I mentioned in another video, or just watch the Take-Two Interactive conference and stuff like that, they did say that for the past DLCs, which was the Criminal Enterprises and also the Drug Wars, which were 2 DLCs that had a lot of Drift Fed, as you guys may remember, these perform really well, which means Rockstar is making money, and they're probably going to eventually continue doing that, which means that the DLC Drift Fed is going to be extremely long and pretty much is going to be lasting until like November, which is not really the best, because that means we're going to have a lot of stuff that's held back. We're going to have a lot of leaks and stuff that come out, but we can't use any of the content until like later in the months, which is going to be really annoying. But I think that's just the way Rockstar is going to go with it from now on, since it obviously seems to be successful for them and not really the best for us. But I think Rockstar cares about a lot about more money compared to what us, fans think like that. But either way, again, it's not confirmed. It's not official that Rockstar is going to be releasing this DLC in early June, but there's a lot of signs that do point toward that. But if not, then we still do expect a DLC this summer, which is going to be most likely in the end of July, with the other DLC releasing in December. I'm not really sure what the DLC is going to be about. There's really like no leaks, and Rockstar hasn't said anything yet, but hopefully it's a good one. But of course, when the more information does come out, I'll be sure to update you guys here on the channel. So if you aren't already, you guys know what to do. Subscribe, put up post notifications, also drop a like, and let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this DLC that's coming this summer to GTA Online. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.